Good day and welcome to the first episode of the X-Celerate webinar series hosted by ISCubed. My name is Louis Hugo, and in this episode I will tell you more about AVEVA's process simulation software. I would like to start with a question. Can you accurately predict the output of a certain process with only some process parameters known? Let us consider an example of a mixer tap. If we know the flow and the temperature of the inlet streams, can we predict the temperature of the outlet stream? To answer this question would take quite a bit of calculation to get the answer. But if we consider using a simulation, we can easily arrive at an answer, not only for a simple question like this one, but even for more complex processing plants. And whether we are during the design phase or the operation phase, simulation tools are a very powerful and helpful way of evaluating complex systems. Using simulation tools helps us to reduce cost by conserving resources, and it reduces the engineering time required for a project. It helps with decision making by giving a visual output that can be easier to understand, while simplifying the problem solving and still return very accurate results. The question is now, what is AVEVA's process simulation and why is it so important? It is a simulation tool that was designed for engineers using mathematical and first principle models to design sustainable processes. The software has a modern and familiar environment based on the Microsoft Office layout. Engineers can use the same simulation across the entire life cycle of a project, from the feed and design stages through to the operation stages, to improve and maintain the plant. The value added by AVEVA Process Simulation can be increased substantially by using it in conjunction with AVEVA Unified Engineering, as well as other AVEVA software to develop a digital twin. Nowadays, there is also a need to report and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. AVEVA Process Simulation has extensive libraries for various industries, including renewables. It makes it easier to assess the sustainability, reliability, and profitability of the processes within a single model. This helps your digital transformation journey. AVEVA Process Simulation was designed from the ground up, so there are no legacy issues. Using the model is simplified with a user-based interface which only allows certain functionality based on that specific user's roles. The creation of a digital twin is simplified in AVEVA Process Simulation, and therefore it doesn't cost as much as it used to. The software incorporates 3 solving methods into one software and model. The model can seamlessly switch between steady-state mode, rating mode, and dynamics mode. This drives collaboration across engineering domains, and the model is reused throughout the process and the project lifecycle. The next generation of process engineers becomes proficient in AVEVA Process Simulation much more quickly because it has an intuitive and easy-to-use interface. The model constantly solves itself, and therefore the user can get results instantaneously. All these features allow AVEVA Process Simulation to drive collaboration. It improves your engineering workflow, and this reduces the cost and simulation time required, and that drives true digital transformation. The features I just mentioned brings me to some of the benefits of using AVEVA Process Simulation. Using one simulation over the project lifecycle reduces the engineering hours and effort. The time spent building simulation is further reduced through a modern user experience. Engineering is quicker as it uses a common platform with other AVEVA software. This improves personnel effectiveness by exchanging information more freely. AVEVA Process Simulation can link with AVEVA Unified Engineering, which results in even greater savings. The project risks are reduced by having a single source of truth. Having one model throughout the project reduces data entry errors. This also eliminates incompatible design through multidiscipline collaboration with areas such as controls and automation. The benefits of a single source of truth is amplified when AVEVA Process Simulation is combined with AVEVA Unified Engineering. It uses a single database for the project, which ensures all the departments always works with the same and the latest data. This helps identify engineering mistakes earlier in the design phase already. Reducing engineering time and project risk reduces the project expenditure. Optimizing equipment sizes and streamlining designs lead to less capital expenditure. Operating at the optimal points in better designed equipment also requires less operating capital. This demonstration shows some of the features of AVEVA Process Simulation. AVEVA developed predefined libraries to simplify projects relating to these industries. The libraries include process, steam, flare, cooling water, and renewables. Each library is defined to simulate different conditions. We will use the process library for this demonstration, and the process library is designed to simulate chemical processes. The process engineer has a vast library of process units available, like distillation columns, separators, reactors, and more. The simulation is constantly solved as the user changes a value. There is no run button, which makes it intuitive and easy to use. The user is provided with real-time feedback, indicating whether the simulation is specified correctly or not. It indicates the exact number of specifications needed for the user to specify the system correctly. The simulation can be solved with either of the available specifications. For example, the user can either specify the vapor fraction to solve for temperature, or they can specify the temperature to solve for the vapor fraction. AVEVA Process Simulation supports process, fluid flow, and dynamic modeling modes, all in the same environment. Process mode is a steady-state mode, providing users with the capability to do design, heat, and material calculations. The same model can be used in fluid flow mode to do pressure-driven calculations, and the same model can also be used to switch to dynamics mode to evaluate the real-time effect of a specification or operational change that's made to the system. When evaluating a simulation in dynamics mode, the process engineer can monitor the behavior of the system using trends. These are easy to understand and they update in real time. Another challenge where simulation is very powerful is where equipment needs to be sized based on the outlets of previous process units. This example shows a cumene production plant with a fresh stream and a recycled stream of benzene that is fed into a knockout drum together with propene and propane gas. The mixture is sent through a couple of heaters into a plug flow reactor. The reactions within the plug flow reactor have been defined in a submodel. The primary reaction within the submodel produces cumene, while the secondary reaction consumes cumene and produces a byproduct. Therefore, it is of vital importance that the length of the reactor is designed very accurately to get the maximum cumene production while minimizing the consumption of cumene. AVEVA Process Simulation has an optimization feature to precisely size equipment for the required conditions and the desired output. In this example, the current reactor length is defined as 6 meters and the cumene flow rate as 96 kmols per hour. The optimization feature is used to get the optimal reactor length for the maximum cumene production. This is found to be 6.6 meters for 106 kmol per hour cumene flow rate. AVEVA Process Simulation supports full equation-oriented modeling, open mode writing, and custom model writing. This allows process engineers to create models without any programming knowledge. Users can copy and paste models from predefined libraries into a private library and define parameters, conditions, and variables. Once the variables have been defined, users can write custom equations or even change any existing equation. AVEVA is constantly improving their offering by expanding their product range and developing their existing products. Some of the new developments for AVEVA Process Simulation 2024 that was recently released includes the functionality for users to compare any snapshot to the active simulation so that the user can see what drives the process to have different results. The user have the ability to expand the asset framework root path, which makes it easier for them to create model templates. User can now also use scripts without having to pre-install a scripting environment, and they also have the option available to not save favorite variables in snapshots. This will significantly reduce the size of dynamic runs when taking a snapshot. Improvements for the thermodynamics has also been implemented. A dedicated regression model library to regress pure component, binary, and other reaction data was included. The electrolyte NRTL reaction models and the heat curve for heat exchanges was also improved. And the modified Watson heat of vaporization has an improved accuracy. AVEVA Process Simulation now also includes a beta library to simulate wastewater processing. This library includes models specifically designed for activated sludge. Analysis tools in the burner object for coal, plastic, or carbon-neutral biomass combustion were improved. Users can externally train neural networks that meet the ONNX standard and then use them within AVEVA Process Simulation. Permeation across the electrolyzer membrane, which could cause a safety issue, can also be determined. The 2024 version has updated training exercises for different processes, features, and units of measure, which can be used with or without an instructor. Chemical engineering problem statements with step-by-step directions and extra information sidebars are included together with explanatory notes. That wraps up this webinar exploring AVEVA Process Simulation. If you want to hear more about AVEVA Process Simulation or any other product from our extensive portfolio, be sure to contact us to arrange a visit to our Customer Experience Center located at our offices in Midrand, South Africa. Have a lovely day and goodbye.